So here's a picture of the propane tank and the propane bay when I first bought the coach. It looked pretty good. A little bit of an issue where the cover over the regulator wasn't fitted correctly because that metal panel that's welded onto the tank is slightly distorted. But the next picture is the result of leaving it sitting on the west coast in Oregon for a little period of time with the salt air that comes up straight off the sea there. 18 months of salt saturation corroded the tank. I bought myself a propane heater for the garage. It's about 70 degrees in this garage now. There's a propane heater, and I've got it connected into the tank. And I can burn this off and keep the garage toasty and be environmentally friendly. And this thing puts out 80,000 BTU. Man, you can't get close to it. Here's the propane bay with the tank taken out. I've cleaned all the rust off of these rail members here. The propane tank is held in with these 4 bolts. There's one hole here, one hole here, one hole here, and one hole there. So there's 4 bolts that bolt that propane tank in, and couldn't get it out. What I didn't realize was that this is a frame that runs down along the bottom and up this side and along the top here. Now, I thought that was actually part of the structure of the coach. Turns out it's a separate frame that's screwed in. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 this side, 5, 6, and up inside there, you probably can't see it, there's screws that hold this frame in. More over here, here, and here. And when you undo those screws, this frame is it's got RTV that's holding it in. So you've got to clean off all the RTV that's down this side here before this frame comes loose. But at the time, I didn't realize that. And what I'd done is, as you can see here, I cut the bottom corner, both sides, so I could get this bottom piece of the frame out, because the tank doesn't come out between here. There's not enough room between here and here to get that out. So what I've done is I just cut that off, took this piece out at the bottom. It's held in with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. It was a benefit taking it out like this so I could get the rust that was down behind here, clean it all up. The trouble is, even if you get these screws out on the side, you're not going to get this frame out because you can't get up the top to get the RTV out, as I found out. I could get it off the sides, and as you see, the frame's loose now, but you can't get up the top to get that frame out. You can't get the RTV off. So if you ever want to take this propane tank out, and again, this is a 2008 Intrigue, your propane tank may be slightly different, but certainly in this one, I couldn't get it out because there wasn't enough room. So I cut it, both sides. As I say, reason I'm doing this, I should have taken a video of actually taking the tank out, but I wasn't going to make a video on this one. But I figured the issues I found with this, it might help somebody if they ever want to take these tanks out. So it's finally back from the sandblasting and powder coating. Looks really good, come up really well. I'm really pleased with it. Like a new tank. There's a little bit of pitting where the corrosion was underneath the paint, but not too worried about that. It's time to start rebuilding it. With this level sensor, should have taken a picture, so be careful because the way this comes out, it goes in at an angle as such. But when you take it out, you've got to make sure you turn it, and you've also get this thing lined up, because what happened when I took it out, as you see, it wants to change. I didn't realize this little mass weight was on the end of it, and what happened, this got stuck inside here, and as I was pulling it to try and get it out, it pulled it off from this little plastic clips that hold it in. So best to, once it's in there, you've got to get this aligned so it comes out straight. Once it does come out, it's very easy, but just be wary of this turning in this orientation, and you're trying to pull it out, and this is just going to spring off inside. You can use that gas tape, the PTFE gas tape, the yellow one, not the white one. White one's for water. This had the sealant on it when I took it out, so I figured I'm putting the sealant back on it to put it back in. It's worked this long with the sealant on before, so there's no reason why it's not going to work with the sealant on now. So the instructions say put it onto the thread of the item that's going in when it's a pipe thread. No need to put it on the inside. Nice adjustable spanner. And I knew there was a reason that I shouldn't have put that fill valve in first. It was so I could. That didn't sound good, did it? That sounded like it fell off. Again, it did. Damn it. If you're taking these level sensors in or out, do it in the upright position, like such. Then you wouldn't have to go fishing it out again like I just did. Look at that. I don't think that just dropped off again, although I can't be 100% sure. Something just sounded a bit ominous, but we will tighten this up. Yeah. By the way, another tip, put the level sensor in before you put the fill valve in. The new valve already has the blue PTFE tape in it. Adjustable spanner again. Now, I didn't like the fact that there's hardly, well, I'll be honest with you, there's nothing in that thread. When I took this valve back out, perfectly clean. Not too impressed with that. I think we're going to use the PTFE tape. So here's all the components reinstalled. You've got the propane level indicator, which has got the Blue Monster thread sealant on it. You've got the fill valve, which is, I put the PTFE gas tape on it. You've got the bleed valve with the PTFE tape on it, the shut-off valve, which has got the blue sealant from the manufacturer, and the pressure regulator, which is just a tight fit. So now what we're going to do, we're going to put this tank back in the coach and do a final pressure test on it. So you can see you have to roll this in to get the frame, or the base of the tank, over the top of this frame. Well, just got to tighten up the bolts, and there's the tank back in. So to pressure test this tank, I'm simply going to use a little pancake compressor. It'll put at 150 psi. Take the little bleed valve out, and I'm going to use this airline. Take the end off of that and screw this bit into the bleed valve. So stay with me while we get this done. Okay, get this bit plugged into the compressor and start the compressor. Tank's pressurized. Let's see if we've got any leaks. I've got the valve open here inside, so let's see if we've got any leaks anywhere, shall we? All looking pretty good, no leaks anywhere. Lovely. Lovely jubbly, as they say. Give it a few minutes, see if any bubbles appear. I think we're going to call that a success. Okay, last thing to do is to put the sealant around these edges down here. And this one down here, put the black RTV, fill those gaps up that you can see. So here we are, back working on the caravan for my the benefit of my English buddies. I think it's hilarious to call a 42-foot coach a caravan, but there you go. It's all masked up, ready for the final part of the sealant to be put on. Few more rivets, new rivets that I've masked over the top of because this panel was loose. The rivets they put in here is steel, and you probably see it on your coach. They corrode away, so the rivet's been replaced. So what I'm going to be using to put to seal that up is this Sikaflex 221. So stay tuned. Let's get this finished off. So as I said, here we go. Finish up the sealant on the caravan. Okay, yeah, caravan. Okay, Matt, you know who you are. Excuse the attire. Best wedding a tyre going on here. What do you know? Finished. Looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. What say you? Take the masking tape off when it dries, and I'll take a picture when it's finished and show you what it looks like. There you go. Catch you later. There you have it. It's all finished. I'm pleased to get this one finished. It looks so much nicer than what it did when we started. All back in, the seal's back in, no corrosion anything anymore. Pressure tested, ready for the summer, upcoming summer. Now I just got to go and get it filled up with propane again. So hopefully you get something from this video. Stay tuned, and we'll see if we can get some more videos later.